Hi there, my name is Julie. My pronouns are they and them. This video summarizes Chapter 6, covering key points like dismantling cis-normativity and challenging dominant gender norms. Historically, sex and gender were once thought to be the same and divided into two categories of male and female, enforcing strict roles and excluding those who didn't conform. We've made progress in understanding gender, sex, and sexuality as related but distinct concepts, yet binary thinking still marginalizes women, trans, non-binary, and gender-diverse individuals. Sex assigned at birth is often seen as male or female, but research and stories reveal a wider range of traits. Intersex people whose characteristics don't fit binary categories highlight the need for more awareness and inclusion. Gender is a social construct shaped by culture, history, and society. Not biology, but binary views of masculinity and femininity still exist. Gender identity and expression are fluid and influenced by socialization, colonial histories, and societal expectations. While language helps describe gender diversity, terms are imperfect and fluid, reflecting the expansive nature of gender itself. Concepts like cis-normativity reinforce the false notion of a gender binary, while identities such as transgender, two-spirit, non-binary, agender, gender fluid, and gender diverse highlight the complexity of gender experiences. Pronouns play a crucial role in affirming gender identity, particularly for trans and gender-diverse individuals, and should never be assumed based on appearance or expression. The existence of neopronouns like ze, here, fey, or fair highlights the limitations of colonial binary understandings of gender, while indigenous languages have long recognized more expansive gender identities. Respecting pronouns is a fundamental aspect of fostering inclusion and validating gender identities. Misgendering someone can be deeply harmful, making it essential to use correct pronouns, acknowledge gender fluidity, and avoid framing them as a preference. Hegemonic masculinity and emphasized femininity reinforce rigid gender norms that uphold patriarchy, marginalize those who do not conform, and contribute to systemic oppression. These rigid gendered norms harm all genders, particularly trans and non-binary individuals, who face erasure, invalidation, and discrimination for not conforming to binary expectations. Hegemonic masculinity prioritizes dominance, aggression, and emotional suppression, disadvantaging cisgender women, trans, and non-binary individuals, while also harming men by discouraging vulnerability and self-expression. Emphasized femininity, rooted in traditional gender norms, highlights beauty, submission, and nurturing roles, reinforcing gender imbalances. These ideas are promoted through gender-targeted marketing, the extra costs on women's products, and societal pressures, maintaining economic gaps and restricting opportunities for everyone. Rigid binary gender norms create systemic inequities in education, privileging cisgender men while marginalizing cisgender women, trans, non-binary, and 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals. For example, gender disparities persist in fields of study, and 2S LGBTQIA+ students face exclusion, discrimination, and systemic barriers, highlighting the need for more inclusive policies and institutional reforms. Women's roles in Canada's workforce have changed over the years. More women are working, and unemployment rates are down. Still, many women find themselves in low-paying jobs, part-time roles, or unstable work. Intersectional factors like being Indigenous, an immigrant, or having caregiving duties affect these wage gaps. Women remain underrepresented in senior leadership roles across Canadian industries, highlighting the glass ceiling. Although there has been some progress, particularly in traditionally feminine sectors, leadership structures still mirror entrenched gender hierarchies. This emphasizes the need for systemic change that addresses the root causes of inequity, rather than focusing solely on individual support. Despite increased focus on diversity in Canadian workplaces, trans, non-binary, and gender-diverse individuals still encounter systemic barriers to inclusion and career advancement. The underrepresentation of 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals, especially in leadership roles and corporate boards, shows the effects of the lavender ceiling, driven by discrimination, exclusion from networks, and the challenges of workplace disclosure. Sexual and gender-based violence, SGBV, in Canada remains a widespread and systemic issue rooted in cis-heteropatriarchy, colonialism, and rigid gender norms, disproportionately affecting women, Indigenous peoples, 2S LGBTQIA+ individuals, and those with intersecting marginalized identities. Thank you for joining in this journey to listen, read, watch, and learn about the importance of recognizing gender as fluid and the necessary steps needed toward fostering inclusion, advancing justice, and supporting the diverse realities of all individuals.